So this is November 11th, 2024, and it is Gotcha Day for Antares and Amadeo. And so we celebrate big occasions like this with treasure hunts. And so what we have here is a treasure hunt that I have spent about an hour putting together, pulling out all the silly toys that I have and that horses might find a little bit spooky, and putting them out here in their paddock and seeding them with various types of cookies and carrot pieces and apple pieces and a little bit of alfalfa, a little bit of their supplements. And they have been watching me do this for the last hour, and they've been becoming increasingly impatient with the fact that Mom is taking too long in putting up the treasure hunt. So the big reveal comes. Happy Gotcha Day, kids! Mystic and Cammie have had, dozens of treasure hunts over their lifetime. This is only the second one for Antares and Amadeo. So Antares is a little more suspicious of what on earth are all these strange objects, because I don't know them and they're very strange. Hi, Mr. Amadeo. He says, that looks like a bucket, and it looks like it's got supplements, and it looks like it's got good stuff in it. And Cammie says, I'm going to check all this stuff. Yeah, I bet you are. And Mom's going to sit down because Mom is tired. She's been working hard at putting together your treasure hunt. Uh-huh. That was Amadeo showing the flag a little kick with his hind hoof, saying, I don't know what you're doing there, but so far I'm more interested in things that look like stuff I know something about, like buckets. And Cammie's there working on the ball and finding things under and around it. She, of course, has never been afraid of much of anything. So they're vacuuming up all the good stuff. And for the two older ones, they'll get the stuff that's on the more scary things first, and then they'll come back and check out the easy stuff. For poor Antares, who's a more suspicious horse, he says, a bucket looks like a bucket. I can get that. I know what that is. But all this other stuff, I'm not entirely sure. And there's the gym mat, which Cammie, Mystic, and Amadeo are perfectly fine with. It's kind of like a tarp, except it squishes under your hooves, which from Cammie's perspective, being footsore is not a bad deal. So you can see that Antares is the one who's the most concerned about the strange stuff. He has to try to figure out whether it's worth it to go on to these places. He says, I know that flat pedestal, so that's something I can do. But it's got more stuff on it, and it usually doesn't have stuff on it. And what's that umbrella doing over there? That's weird. So he will be the last one to come to terms and decide that things are safe. One of the things I love about treasure hunts is that they don't have to approach anything. They can stand to one side, they can find the little bit of alfalfa that's sort of sitting on the ground, and they can just work their way around to figuring out what they want to deal with. And so it's a great way to gain courage. And they also have the benefit of their herd mates going first on a lot of these things, so that they can test it out and say, yeah, it's safe and it's tasty. So it really is just a very popular way to have a celebration. And in the process, they knock over and break and chew on a whole bunch of different little toys that I've accumulated over a lifetime of playing with my horses. Happy Gotcha Day, Amadeo and Antares. Welcome to Mystic Ranch, Arizona. We love you lots and lots, and we're so glad that you're living with us. Bye-bye.
Walking my dog one day, in a busy mind I was miles away. Those eyes were looking straight at me, waiting for some love to run through that leash.
So Antares is trying to get brave, but he was not helped in that endeavor by the wind blowing the umbrella over. But he's checking out more things on the inside. So Mystic and Amadeo are working their way over the tarp. Frisbee. And the wind blew the tarp a little bit, and Mystic said, yeah, it's just the wind blowing the tarp. And Amadeo said, oh, okay. Well, if it's just the wind blowing the tarp, I guess I'm okay. And there's Antares going back to the tall pedestal saying, I'm not going to stand on it, but I've been around it enough that I know that it's not dangerous. So if there's anything still here that I haven't vacuumed off, I think that would be good. So for a skeptical horse, this is really a wonderful way for them to be exposed to things that they can approach at their own speed, and they can get encouragement from their herd mates that are more confident than they are. Because if Mystic says the wind in the tarp isn't a big deal, then Amadeo says, well, I guess it's not a big deal. But for Antares, it'll take longer because he's a much more skeptical boy. Finally, Mystic decided to go check out the umbrella. It got blown over by the wind, but he's been pretty brave about that. Mystic's on. Can you touch the umbrella? That's my boy. That's a brave horse. Yes, it is. That's a very brave boy. Yes, you're such a brave horse. That's my Cammy girl. Yes, you are. Can you touch it? That's a good Cammy. Well, you think about the umbrella, huh? Yeah, it's on Mom. Can you touch it? Oh, what a brave horse. Good Amadeo. Good touch. Very good, Amadeo.
I had a flash and I heard him say, it's more than leather that you hold when you take the reins.
Can you grab it? And can you give it to me? Good. Give me back. That's a very good girl, Cammy.
It isn't some kind of magic